So what are those things that you kind of learned or can share that are actually working for you now as you do higher price products?
Yeah, let's start with kind of a high level. High level, I realized there's an art and a science to selling self-hosted courses at a higher ticket. You cannot take the same approach that you would with the marketplace with the self-hosted business model. And so it becomes more of a very traditional internet marketing approach, which ironically is what I grew up in, but I just never kind of put the pieces of the puzzle together. And so it takes having a lead generator product of some kind, something that's a freebie that you give up front, and then you direct all of your traffic to that lead generator. Or secondarily, a webinar that's created according to a really good webinar template that Russell teaches, that's designed, the webinar is designed to sell your high ticket course. So if you have a lead generator product, like some kind of a free opt-in that's very enticing and exciting that you can sizzle the heck out of, and you have a webinar, really that's all you need to be able to sell a higher ticket self-hosted course. Now, let me give you a third thing that you need, and that is different from a course, I would call it an offer. A course is a class that's going to give you a certain it's going to solve a problem. It's going to help you be more efficient. It's going to give you a certain result. An offer is more immersive. It's going to involve some coaching maybe from the leader. It's going to involve some support group. It's going to involve ongoing training. Maybe it's going to involve a longer amount of training. And so it's more transformational. The offer, the idea with the offer is, look, we're here to transform you. And this is a system that I've developed from everything I know that's going to transform you, to take you from where you are to where you want to be, and I'm going to help you get there. And that just carries so much more value, and that's what allows you to sell a higher ticket. Is not thinking of it as just, here's a course that I'm going to sell, but here's a transformative experience I'm going to give someone. And so now my goal, and the cool thing about it is, I've arrived at a place in my business where I'm at six figures with my base income from the marketplaces, and now I don't have to be in a rush, financially speaking, like, I have to do this, and I can give a lot more to my students in the self-hosted business model, and I can be at freedom to just really give it everything. You know what I mean? Like this is basically my full-time mission from here on, is to support and help as many people be successful with the self-hosted business model as possible. That's my mission. That's it. I'm done. Like there's no other.
And that's awesome. But it sounds like it's not, a lot of it's not necessarily just passive income. And that's what I've learned a lot. And I was actually in my mastermind group, good friend Ravinder Deal, he's on Udemy as well. He took Seth Godin's Alt MBA, and it's a really high ticket program. I think it's a few $1,000s. And part of the reason was just to see kind of the behind the scenes of a very successful premium ticket product. And he agreed. I mean, they had like coaches. They had multiple people. Seth Godin has multiple people under him actually running it for him, which now it is mostly passive, probably for Seth.
For him.
But there's people there. There's groups. There's one-on-one feedback. There's you pairing students with each other to help each other out. So it's definitely not passive. Well, I agree with that. And the trick. We're actually kind of doing my webinar here for the people because the trick is to make it as automated as possible. So here's what I'm doing. I'm doing the 6 weeks of training live the first time, but I'm recording them. So every week I'm going to put that recording in the members area, and they'll have that recording. And so all future members will see those recordings. I won't ever do those live again unless something drastic changes. The regular weekly coaching, I'm just going to do that once a week, 1 hour a week, and that'll be from here on out. So pretty much everything is going to be passive except for that 1 hour coaching that I do every week. And I am committed to doing the webinar live for a year every week because I want to get good at it and I want to refine it and I want to
again, it's an art and science. So you don't just walk in and boom, I'm a webinar expert, but once that's done, and once you feel comfortable, like it's at a very high closing rate, you can then do an automated webinar, and that's recorded. So now you really just have 1 hour a week of helping people with their coaching. A few onboarding calls. Let me not forget that. A few onboarding phone calls with people. But I had to come to the point where I go, okay, am I willing to work a little bit more and make it as automated as possible, and not just enjoy the full-time passive income, and which after all, it kind of gets boring. Yeah. I noticed like I need something to do. I was getting so antsy at the beginning of the year because the income's coming in. I don't have to work. I don't really have to create another course. And you start getting antsy because you don't have a purpose, right? It's like people that retire.
Yeah.
So this gives me a mission I love and I believe in. I can't wait to help people with. And yet it can also be very automated. Mm-hmm. So I call it the semi-passive business model. Because it's not just put everything up on marketplaces and let them do all the work. Yeah. But for that, let me tell you, when I went to the Funnel Hacking Live event, I saw person after person after person walking across the stage, getting their 2 Comma Club award, meaning they generated $1 million or more through their funnel, that were selling online courses, and that we're doing it in this particular business model, that we're talking about. And I would trade a little bit of, the passive income beauty of money's just coming in, I don't have to do anything, for that, because to me, it's something I believe in anyway. I love doing it. I fell in love with info products, my first time. So to be able to help other people with that is awesome.
My last kind of follow-up question, just really quickly, is what are like the tools right now that you're using to run your webinars? And then what email marketing tool are you using?
I still use Aweber. I've used them for about 18 years. I've heard a few things recently that SendGrid is probably better. Well, I've heard that it is better from some of these people who are doing a lot higher volume. So it may be in the near future I switch over to SendGrid. I don't do that lightly because Aweber's been good to me, but I hear SendGrid has much better deliverability rates than Aweber. So, it's something that as we evolve, I'll probably change. I use Zoom for webinars. I was pretty shocked and surprised that a lot of these top earners are using Zoom versus GoToWebinar. Apparently, Zoom used to be kind of the third place in line after GoToWebinar, but apparently they've upped their game and their quality is so much better now, and their pricing is better too for the bigger groups. Like if you're going to have 500 or 1,000 people in your webinar, Zoom apparently works better. And then, other than that, I use ClickFunnels, of course, for the funnel, and that just makes it really easy. I've got a what they call a product launch funnel, which has basically 4 introductory videos that kind of touch on a topic and encourage people to go to the webinar. That's kind of like a warm-up sequence. I have a different funnel for just the opt-in, get them opting in for the free book, and then here's the free book. That's a quick, easy funnel. And then I have the webinar funnel itself, which is simple. Again, just here's how you register, and it'll automatically register them. Once I get that dialed in, I'm going to fix that. And then it also has a page for you to put the replay for people who weren't able to go online. So that's it. Those are 3 tools that anyone can get and use. And
the content of the course itself, is it with Teachable or Thinkific?
Yeah, I use Teachable for that because I'm very familiar with it, and it's easy to create a membership area out of Teachable. And so when they pay from the webinar, they fill out the order form, they just get a free coupon link to the Teachable members area. And in there, I have something like 12 courses already. They're supplementary courses I've already done. But I'm creating a guided process, a step by step. Do this first, do this second. By the way, when you're doing this second, if you want to dive deeper, go check out this course in the members area. You know what I mean? Or here's how you want to do market research for your course. you're going to want to do Google keyword research using the keyword planner. I have a little course in here that'll help you walk through that. So the idea is to give them everything, but don't overwhelm them, you know.
Yeah.
Give them a guided step-by-step process.
And then if they want to take it to the next level, you have the additional content.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's awesome.
And every module is going to have its own set of like action guides, PDFs. I have one that's called "What is Your Superpower?" where it's literally 3 pages of a Word document asking them questions about their life. And those questions are going to pull from them all these life experiences, all these work experiences, working with community organizations. As a kid, what did they love doing? All this stuff so that we can help come up with their ultimate topic that they can build a business with.